Andrew Jackson, known as the seventh President of the United States, had a troubled and what would be considered difficult childhood. Jackson's father had died before he was born. However, he still lived with his mother and three brothers. Jackson luckily had the privilege to attend an elementary education, though it could be considered lackluster at best. At the age of 13, his older brother had already died in the war, and he then joined a regiment of American irregulars to fight the British. In 1781, they were both captured by the British and were badly treated. During their imprisonment, they both had contracted smallpox, of which his brother Robert did not survive soon after being released. At the age of 14, Jackson was orphaned, and his mother had died of cholera treating soldiers fighting in the war. By the age of 17, Jackson had finished school and set out to be a lawyer. In 1787, he became a lawyer in Jonesboro, and Andrew Jackson was already a member of the convention that helped create the Tennessee Constitution and was made Tennessee's first representative and was also elected to the Senate the following year. After nearly 8 months, Andrew Jackson resigned and was elected as judge of the Tennessee Supreme Court. In 1804, Andrew Jackson had bought a large plantation and grew cotton cultivated by slaves, putting him in the planting elite of Tennessee. Andrew Jackson was appointed commander of Tennessee's militia in 1801 and played a pivotal role in the War of 1812. Already a veteran in the Revolutionary War, Andrew Jackson annihilated Creek military incursions during the Battle of Horseshoe Bend, which earned him the office of Major General. Without knowledge that the war was over, 7,500 British soldiers had attacked New Orleans, defended by no other than Andrew Jackson with 5,000 troops. The British had suffered massive casualties, and Andrew Jackson was dubbed a war hero. Later on in his career, Jackson was re-elected to the U.S. Senate, and in 1824 he was nominated for presidency. Andrew Jackson, already a war hero and popular among the people, had suffered a defeat to his opponent, John Quincy Adams, by decision of the House of Representatives. There was conspiracy that the decision was made because of a deal to give Adams the election in exchange for Henry Clay to be given Secretary of State position. This became known as the corrupt bargain, coined by Jackson himself. In 1828, Andrew Jackson won the election and was the first president elected west of the Appalachians and was also the oldest president to be elected. With experience in matters of war, formally educated, and loved by the people, it seemed like he was the perfect man for the job. Watch part 2 of this 2-part series on Andrew Jackson, where we will talk about what he did during his presidency and his legacy.